Hello everyone, somebody left me a comment on one of my videos the other day about how to replace the auxiliary belts. They're stretch belts on a Focus 1.6. It's a 16 valve Zetec engine because I've done like the cam belt change. So what I'll do is in this one I'll just quickly show how I personally do the actual auxiliary belts. There is a special tool to do you can use to change the belt, the main belt, but I find it to be a pain in the ass, so I don't use it. I'll show you my way, which seems to work very well. You'll need to remove your wheel, and also we're going to remove this wheel arch liner. There'll be a bunch of Torx 30 screws, like there, underneath the front wing, on the inner part of the wing, there and there, and also there'll be one at the bottom of the wing there, the front bumper, and one a bit further up. And also just underneath the front bumper there'll be a few screws under here as well. So if you undo all of them, then this whole wheel arch liner should just pull out. And there you go. You can just cut these old belts off with a knife if you wanted to, but if you want them off in one piece, just stick an 18mm socket on there. I've removed the spark plugs in this engine, which will make the engine turning over easier. And you stick a screwdriver between the pulley and the belt and pull the belt towards you, and then just turn the engine clockwise. And you notice that aircon belt just comes off, nice and easy. Up top side there's an 8mm bolt that holding your power steering reservoir onto this bracket. So take that bolt out and just lift your reservoir up out of the bracket and move it to one side like that. Your coolant bottle, I would pull this out of its clips. It just slides onto these locators. There's two of them, and then just pull that bottle over to one side. And also there's the hose that comes off the bottom of your bottle goes into like a plastic clip. Just pull it out of that clip. At the bottom of your alternator there's a 15mm bolt, so if you get your socket on that and just undo that 15mm bolt, just half a turn is good enough. And when that's loose, there's another two up here, 15mm nut, which you'll take off, and also another 15mm bolt which you'll take out altogether. On the end of the stud there's a little E-bit. Put your socket on that and you've got to remove the stud and take it all the way out. So yeah, see the little E-bit there? I'm not exactly sure what size E-bit that is, and I've got the wrong socket I'm using here, but it's undoing it. Be careful, sometimes these can be quite tight, and you could even snap the end off this E-bit. So I'd be a little bit careful trying to undo it. This one come undone quite easily. When that's fully unwound, you can pull that stud all the way out. Note which way the belt goes on. It's quite a simple belt, so you can't really get it wrong. But now all you have to do is get your alternator and pull it down like that. Because the old belt has already been stretched quite a bit, no doubt it's been on for quite a long time, it should come off quite easily. As soon as you pull that alternator down like that, that should slide off. There. One stretchy alternator belt off. I will say, before you ever fit a new belt, always measure it up against the old one, stretch them both out to make sure they're both about the same length, because it does happen quite often. You can be sent out the wrong belt, and if you try and fit it, you can be pouncing around for ages and it's never going to fit. So just make sure, I'm trying to do this with one hand and one foot, but stretch the belts out like that and make sure they're about the same length. I'm going to feed this new belt down there now. I'm going to put this around the crankshaft pulley, the power steering pulley, which is underneath the alternator, and around the alternator pulley, and I'll have it on the water pump last. So I'll have the new belt wrapped around the crankshaft pulley, round the power steering pump pulley, and up top it's over the top of the alternator pulley, and I've got it there halfway across the water pump pulley. And what we're going to do now, because you'll probably find you won't be able to push that belt straight onto the water pump pulley because it's too short, because it needs to be stretched. So we'll get our bar where our alternator is, and we'll lever our alternator down a bit further. And when we lever our alternator down like that, you might have to get someone to help you here if you're can't really do it with two hands. But once the alternator is pulled down, then you can actually slide that belt underneath onto the water pump pulley. And there we are, that is on perfectly. And while we're at this point here, make sure that belt is fully on all the ribs on all the pulleys properly, and it's central on that water pump pulley. Before we go any further, remember that 15mm bolt that's on the bottom of the alternator? If you get your socket and ratchet on that bolt and tighten that bolt up, not fully tighten, but just nip it up very lightly. The reason for that is when we push the alternator back over to line up with these two holes, if that bolt was too loose at the bottom of the alternator can tip this way, so the holes won't line up. It can be a struggle. But if you've got that bolt sort of like nipped up so the alternator can't move like that, then these two holes should line up pretty well. This is where the magic bit comes in. I have quite a long torsion bar here, which I use as a lever bar, but you know, any old lever bar will do as long as it's quite long. If you put your bar down where your back of your headlight on this panel, and just in the alternator there's a rib inside the alternator. You can put the bar in the alternator just there. Keep it as straight as possible, and you can pull that bar and it will pull the alternator across to the engine like that. And obviously once that's pulled across, you can fit your stud in. This is the one you want to get in first, a long stud, and that should hopefully go into that hole. If it doesn't, sometimes it helps giving it a little tap just to get it started. If you can get this stud started in there, then that's great news. But what you probably have to do is pull the bar across, get it on your alternator again, pull it across so it goes up like that, and then we should be able to push that stud in. That's actually gone in a bit further now. So that stud is now holding our alternator basically in place. So you see how easy that was? And then you can get your 15mm headed bolt, put that in, and you can start winding that in. That's actually gone in a few threads by finger tight, so that's pretty level. That's why I say you need that bottom bolt nipped up a little bit, otherwise this alternator will sort of like tip over this way, and it's a struggle to get these bolts in. Anyway, now our stud is in and our 15mm bolts in, you can tighten the stud up first, and when that stud is tightened up, put your 15mm nut on and also your 15mm bolt. We can tighten both of these up. Okay, so I'm going to bolt all this up, and also once these two top ones are bolted up nice and tight, don't forget to properly tighten up the 15mm bolt at the bottom of the alternator. So there we go. See how easy that was? You know what, we've used the tool. There is a special tool you fix around the water pump pulley, but it's a pain in the ass, and what tends to happen is you'll get the belt on, but it will come off one of the other pulleys, and you've got to wind it backwards and forwards, and it's just annoying. So I just seem to find that using that bar just here against the alternator is probably the best idea. It works ever so quickly, and it's just like done in a few minutes. The belt's on and sorted out. So what could be a real struggle can be done nice and easily. So anyway, that's our alternator belt all fitted nicely. Now all we've got to do is put the air conditioning belt on, which is even easier. Now as far as the air conditioning belt goes, if you put the belt round the air conditioning pump pulley to start with, then put it on the bottom half of the crankshaft, and you can put your thumb up here to hold the belt from falling off, get your socket or spanner and just turn the crankshaft clockwise by pushing the belt at the same time with your thumb, and you'll probably find that goes straight on. What you might find is that the belt will come one ridge too far towards you on the actual aircon pump, in which case all you do is carry on spinning the engine over, but push the top of the belt between the two pulleys, push it towards the engine as you turn it over, and you'll find that goes back, that will go back on to all the ribs in the aircon pulley properly, and that's it. And obviously you now got to refit your power steering reservoir, bolt that back on, your coolant reservoir, pop that back into place, and your wheel arch liner and wheel, and you're done. So what could have been, or what possibly is, for a lot of people who don't know, it can be quite a really challenging job changing them belts, because they're a right pain. But when you get a particular knack of doing it, you'll soon find, like my way, it's very, very easy. So anyway, I thought I'd just do that little video, you know what I mean? So anyway, see you next time, have a good one.